Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I am back in the middle of the desert. It's getting hot. Today's gonna be about 87, 87 degrees. It's not hot, but out here where you have all the heat reflecting off these rocks, all these rocks and the ground itself just holding all the heat, and it's like being on the lake and you're getting a sunburn from the sun reflecting off the water. Same thing here, the sun reflecting off all these shiny rocks out here. You can feel more heat coming off the ground than you do coming out of the air. So we'll just be giving it a good run out here for a couple hours. But today will be our second game of What Do You See? So we're going to start off first here by coming in to a couple different locations here. Two different spots where I found cool items. I just wanted to come in slowly, pan left and right, maybe up and down a little bit, see if you can spot anything in the shots that you would think would be of importance. You may want to reach out, approach, grab, pick up, study it for a second, either drop it if it's just something not out of the ordinary or if it's something you want to keep. But I know what I see that got my interest, so we'll check that out first. And then we'll look around to see if there's anything else that might be in the area. And we're getting closer and closer to what I see. Alright, is that what you see? Could it be this here? I see this here. This isn't it, but it's next to it. Pretty cool. When you use a jeweler's loupe and you look at these, it's completely crystallized. It's like made up of all white, red, purple, little tiny crystals. It's almost like they haven't had enough time yet to really form into bigger crystals. But this stuff is all over. You find big chunks of it, small chunks, cool design. This piece right here I'm going to leave, but you see all the sparkles, all the crystallization in it. Really cool. But like I said, it's everywhere. Okay, put that back down. But you see what I see. I see all these little petrified wood fragments all over right here. We'll make a little spot for our petrified wood stuff. So this is what I'm seeing over here. We're getting all these little pieces, all these fragments, petrified wood. You see there's something buried right there, something bigger. So let's get a better look at what's underneath. I'm grabbing my little digging tool. See if we can fill a little bit of a perimeter on it or something. What can it be here? Is it just another rock underneath it, or is it a bigger piece? I just want to break up the soil a little bit so I can clear it with my hand. I don't want to, if it's something big but fragile, I don't want to use the rock hammer to just bust it all up. I want to make sure that anything around it is not, and it may not be, nothing else around it may just be rocks all around it. It's just another rock. But this here is the rest, it looks like, of that piece of petrified wood. Just all fragments. It was just one chunk here that was all fragmented up. So let's gather these little pieces, put them right here. Those are our little fragments. See some white, some red. Clean them off a little bit. See what kind of patterns these pieces have. A Lots of red in it. Really pretty. This one's mainly red and white. This one here, same thing. A lot of red and white. This side right here has some yellow in it. Maybe on this side there too. That's a pretty cool piece. So look at that, all that color in there. Pretty cool. And you know what's funny is you could only come out to a spot like this a couple times, 3, 4, 5 times, but you see how sharp all these edges are. So a lot of times you guys might be watching these videos. Oh, sorry about that. I'm trying to get this thing in focus. A lot of times you might be watching these videos and you see guys like me that do these videos. Our gloves are just all shredded and you're like, why don't you just buy more gloves? Because you literally only have to come out to an area like this 3 or 4 times and then your gloves start to look like this. And it just wouldn't be cost effective to just buy a new pair of gloves every 3 or 4 trips out. So you really, we try to just wing it. We'll deal with it. We'll make them last as long as possible until they're, you know, really need to be replaced. So we got those little clusters there. And then I see something else also that's really cool. So we got that little pile of little pieces right there. All right. Check this out. Okay. We'll call this number 2. What do you see? There's something really, really cool over here. You'll all like it. We're going to be slow about it, about the approach. Give you guys a chance to study it. You know, I got the sun bouncing off my screen, so it's hard for me to really tell if it's in focus or not. So if it is out of focus and you can't tell what's in the shot, I apologize. But I'm hoping that it's auto-focusing like it should. Alright, what do you see? Alright, there's all kinds of, we got an ancient volcano right on the other side of this rock wall that I'm approaching. So there's so much stuff, so many different types of rock. You know, so many different things to find out here. That's why I love this area. What do you see? Alright, you know, in the comments, let me know what you see, because I come back to these areas. I may be able to come back and see what so-and-so John said that he saw a big piece of petrified wood that I kept walking past. I'll come back to the area and go by and see if I find it. So what I see in this shot is a really cool piece of petrified wood. This thing, a spider on my hand. That's a no-go for me. Okay, you see all the sparkles. It seems like when it's a little out of focus, you can see more sparkle. But look at that. The sparkle just dancing. I love finding pieces like this that are just covered with little crystals all over them. See all that sparkle? It's just so pretty. You know, unfortunately, when you spray them down and wet them, it brings out the color more, but it takes the sparkle away because now it's all wet and shiny. So I like to look at the sparkle a little bit first. Enjoy the beauty of it. Look at the piece, the shine. Like right in that area, right there is the sparkle. It's like a little crystal pocket in there. That's so pretty. Alright, this other side is all dirty. So let's go ahead and spray her off real quick. See any other colors get revealed. Turn it around. And I'll show you what I mean by when it's wet, it takes the sparkle away. If you don't already understand what I'm talking about. So right in this area right here was that sparkly pocket. Now you see the light dancing off the reflection of the water. The wetness is reflecting the sunlight. So you're not really seeing the sparkle too much of the crystals. You're seeing more the reflection of the sunlight from the water on the rock. Once it dries, then you can see the crystallization again. Very cool find, very, very pretty. All right, so let's continue on with our game show of what do you see. We will go ahead, find another object, and bring you on board. Check it out. See if you can spot the item in the picture. Check this out, everyone. It's just the coolest view right here. Check out the size of these freaking boulders. See this boulder trail all around me, all the way up and down this entire hillside, a mountain range, or whatever you want to call it, all through the valleys that I'm hiking through. All the snakes and everything, wild critters, mountain lions, coyotes, they all hide out underneath these boulders. You can see the little caves and openings and underneath them and next to them, beside them, between them. But they're all coming from up top up there. So what's happening is erosion, you know, wind, a little bit of earth tremors, little minor earthquakes. We don't get too many earthquakes out here in Nevada, but when we do, they're minor, but just big enough to shake this stuff loose, and it just comes tumbling down. You imagine if something the size of this come rolling down the hillside at you. It's like you run left, you run right, you know those games where you're running left, right, like dodgeball, and you still get hit no matter which direction you go. So just one more thing to be cautious about. It's so quiet out here though, is when the wind blows, the branches on these bushes, you can hear them move, which is really cool. Any animals approaching or anything moving around out here, you can hear it before it gets to you. So on to the next round of what do you see? All right, we have another round of what do you see? We'll call this round 3. What do you see? All right, we have something really cool in the shot. Okay, from back here, I'm gonna say there's something really cool in this shot. There's like 2 items. There's a lot of things that are really cool, but the 2 main things, central of the shot, okay? So now let's see by slowly moving, panning left to right. Give you a chance to kind of study with your eyes. Get used to seeing the difference. You know, the different things need to stand out and pop. You know, get your attention to cause you to reach in and grab them. Let's see exactly what it is. What do you see? You're like, right there, he's missing it. Right there, over there to the left, or more to the right. Where is it? Oh, there it is, grab it. So like, you're telling me, you see other things for sure. There's a lot of you out there that are so much smarter than me at this stuff. So you're seeing all these different types of rocks that interest you. Let me show you here what I see. Is that what you see? See this right here? Is that something that you saw? Check this out. This is a little piece of petrified wood. Sorry about that. Little piece of petrified wood, and it's got, let me get it right there, see if I can get you to see the sparkle. See all the crystals in there? It might be a little out of focus, but that's good for for some reason, when the camera is just a little bit out of focus, the crystals sparkle more. And then when you bring everything into focus, there's less glitter, less sparkle. But look at inside there, that pocket. Look at all those crystals. even though it's a little piece, I mean, this little piece could be 100 times more beautiful than a piece 100 times bigger that doesn't have any crystals at all. Something like this with the crystallization on it is just so cool. So, I'm gonna bring it into focus here. Check that out. Really pretty. This is like the inside of the branch. It's the side view. And this is the outside of the branch. Piece of petrified wood. But there's something bigger in this shot that got my attention. See it? What do you see? Do you see it right there? What would you think it is? Center shot. This right here. Would you say it's a rock of some sort, or would you automatically think, oh, check that out, it's a piece of petrified wood? It is. If you thought it was a piece of petrified wood, you are correct. That's exactly what it is. And let's look at this. Also has all kinds of glitter. Look at that. It's just dancing. Whee! It's so pretty. It's a good day today. I mean, if I don't find nothing else today, it's been a good day. I love finding petrified wood that just sparkles for me. It's so pretty. You don't have to do nothing to it. It's awesome the way it is. All right. Let's go ahead and spray that piece. We're not going to spray the other piece. Let's spray that piece right there so we can see if any of the colors pop on it without damaging it. Okay. So pretty. Lots of color in it. Piece of petrified wood. Very, very awesome. And you see in the area here all the different types of rock, all the different colors. It's not always so easy. I mean, shoot, just last week I was out here. I walked by an area. My wife came back behind me a couple hours later on my way out. I was coming back out the same path, and she was walking up to meet me, and she was like, oh my God, look what I just found. And I'm like, that would have been mine. I'm coming back out that way. She has a thing like, when you're coming to my area, don't look down. So I thought maybe she would follow her own rules, but I'm fine with it though, because I find so much cool stuff. I like more for other people to be happier. So let's continue with the show. What do you see? We'll find the next piece and bring you back. Stand by. Check this out. Wanted to show you this before moving on. Something else beautiful that nature does. Just walking along and I come across this rock here. Look at the pattern in it. Look at the lines, the twists. It's like someone took a wet rock that's layered with different colors and twisted it. That is very, very beautiful. That is so cool. That is really, really cool. You know, you gotta love nature. Gotta love nature. It creates some of the most beautiful things. All right, moving on, everyone. All right, everybody. We are back for another round of What Do You See? We'll go ahead and come on in. I see one really cool piece. I'll tell you right now, it's a piece of petrified wood. Okay, so let's see if you can spot the piece of petrified wood. Let's play like that. Okay. I'll say right now it's kind of central shot. So let's go ahead and move around a little bit. See if you can spot the item. And what do you see? Just thought for this particular one, I would tell you guys it is a piece of petrified wood that I'm gonna come up on. I just wanted to see by me telling you it's petrified wood, if it makes it easier for you to spot it instead of your mind crossing and like, you know, what is it? What are we looking for here? It's a piece of petrified wood. So let's see if you can spot the piece of petrified wood. and I am at the same time scanning the ground like mad to see if I can spot anything other, another piece of petrified wood. So maybe if you guys see the same piece, I can spot it with you. Okay, so we're getting really close. Really close. Do you guys spot the piece of petrified wood? You spot it? I'll spray it. It's right there. Oh, it's locked. Oh, it's missed. Yeah, stream. Okay, there we go. Stands out now. Lots of color in it. Lots of pattern. Really pretty piece of petrified wood. Let's see if I can spray it off really well and we can see just how pretty it is. All the patterns, all the colors. Very cool looking piece. Lots of browns, oranges. That's a cool looking piece right there. All right, that was that round of what do you see in that shot. Again, really cool piece of petrified wood. This piece had no crystallization on it. Let's see if we can find another piece with crystallization. My favorite. In the next round of what do you see?